Hello and welcome to Take Flight Trend. Today I am going to be showing you my bullet journal because that's something that I've been doing since I had studied abroad in Italy, and I decided I wanted to start showing everyone what I do because I've been watching a lot of YouTubes about bullet journaling, just really enjoying my bullet journaling, and so I thought I would share what I do. So this year I got this bullet journal. It is a Master's Touch. I got it at Hobby Lobby, and it's actually hardwood on the front cover and the back cover, and the binding is kind of loose and fabric, which I thought was kind of cool. So when you open mine up, you see the if lost return to, and it has my email as well as my 2 social medias. You also have the key, and on the key it has the spacings as well as symbols, and I might color code it, so I left a blank space for color coding in case I have a month where my calendar is super busy with stuff that I need to do, so I can color code things. If you've ever journaled or bullet journaled, you know that there's a page that kind of doesn't open all the way because it sticks to the front page. I glued those 2 pages together so that I didn't have to worry about that because I don't like using them, and then I went right into my 2021 Hello 2021 with some washi tape at the bottom. It's just cityscapes and some straight line black and white behind it, and then I'm doing a kind of black and gold and white theme, so I did mostly gold, black, and white, and I just wrote Hello 2021 with some little stars. And then my quote for the year is, "Oh yes, the past can hurt, but the way I see it, you can either run from it or learn from it," from The Lion King, because I think after 2020 and so far this year that we really need to remember that you can either run from the past or you can learn from it, and I think we all need to learn from it right now. So then I have my next page, which has my goals, and I put a quote that says, "What if everything you truly need is everything already within you?" And then I have a space for where I want to be in 6 months and where I want to be in 3 months. I had accidentally flipped this 3 and the 6, as you can see. And then I wrote a letter to 2021, basically just saying that I want the year to be gentle with us, to be kind, and hopefully a little bit better than 2020, but not asking and hoping that it was better, just hoping that it was a little more gentle with us because last year was rough for everyone. Next, I have my year at a glance, and this is where it starts to become more of my goal, because my goal for this year was to include my Italian learning in my bullet journal. So up at the top, it's titled in English as well as in Italian. And then I have each month for 6 months because my journals are usually 6 months long. And you can see that I have all of my events for this month, and I'm leaving the labels for each month so that when I have my themes for the month, I can use the same writing that I used for my theme in the month. Since I wanted to do a Disney theme for my bullet journal this year, I decided that I had to do Mickey Mouse first, so I put 2 little film strips at the top and the bottom that I got at the craft store. I printed out a picture of Mickey Mouse, and I wrote January in Italian and English, and then I wrote 2021. The quote that I used is from Walt Disney, and it says, "All of our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them." And I decided that I really liked this quote this year because I'm graduating from college in May, and I want to remember that anything, even during the pandemic, that I really want to do, I can pursue and I can do to the best of my abilities. I have a sticky note here on my calendar page for each month that just has my friends' birthdays. I also have my goals for January as well as any notes that I want to put. So I did a black, gold, red, and white theme for my main calendar. Right here is a sticker that I had from one of my student books from the Happy Planner, and it says, "Hello, I'm January" in Italian. Along the top, I have the days of the week in Italian, and I start on Mondays, so Monday is lunedì. I drew little pictures that you would see with Mickey Mouse, so I have his pants, his shoe, the Sorcerer Mickey hat, the Sailboat Mickey, the little banner from Mickey Mouse Club, his hand, a Sailboat Mickey hat, and a magic wand from Sorcerer Mickey. And all of the dates and stuff that I need are filled in. My first weekly spread, I did a Mickey head, and I did 3 sections in his main part, and then I'm gonna add a quote here, and I wrote week of January 1st through 3rd because there were only 3 days. This spread was very nice. I'm also gonna try and draw or put quotes or something around the outside. This one is probably my favorite spread that I've ever done so far. All I did was I went online and I looked up film strips of Mickey Mouse, and I made them a little transparent so that I could write on them, and I started the week off with just saying Mickey Mouse, and then I made Mickey Mouse film strips all the way across. I did draw in this top part right here and the bottom part so that it looked like a film strip because I didn't like the sizing on the ones that I had printed. And then for this week, I did this, and it's supposed to be a Sorcerer Mickey theme. Each is blue, white, because of the colors of the hat that he wears in Sorcerer Mickey. So for this week's theme, I drew two little Sailor Mickey symbols, and I wrote Monday or the day of the week and number inside of a little Mickey head. The next page I haven't finished yet, but I am going to do different themed hats. So I might do a Cars one or a 2021 one, different hats that could be bought and found and worn in the parks. And then I'm gonna have all of the days of the week. My bullet journal kind of just broke today, so yeah, I need to fix it before I mess with it a little bit more. So the way that I usually bullet journal is I usually use the front section for all of my calendar needs, and then what I will do is I will leave the rest of the journal so that I know what space I need for the calendar, just because that's what's easiest for me. So the next section is my trackers section, and I just left a little bit of space in case I needed to write anything, and I wrote, I have a sticker that says "You've got this" in my trackers. As I said before, I am trying to use Italian as much as possible in this book, so I have this and it says, "Hello, I'm studying," and it also says "Scuola," which means school in Italian. This is my class schedule or my weekly schedule. I do work at my school and I do have some other responsibilities, so I'm just going to include everything in this. You can kind of see that the lines are kind of wavy. I had accidentally moved my pen down too far, and I just decided to go with it and make it look good so that it looked even all the way across. And you can see that it's in pencil right now. I'll zoom in a little bit. It's in pencil right now because I don't have my full schedule yet. And then here I'm going to put any codes that I need. So the next sections, it's just a section for who my professor is, what time the class is, the office hours of my professor, the type of class it is, where the class is, and any books that I needed for the class. And then I have a blank space here for anything that I need to do, any other notes or anything else. And then this page, there's a section for assignments, when it's due, the type of assignment, so if it's a quiz, a homework assignment, a classwork assignment, or a group assignment type of thing, when it's due, and when I did it. And I have one for each class that I'm in. The next section is a section for my job. So I'm a resident assistant at my school, and I just wrote our little catchphrase, the word resident assistant, and our hashtag, and then I have a section for any important dates that I have. And lastly, in the resident assistant section, I have a page for each month that talks about what programs I'm going to do, any decorations, so we have to do door decorations and bulletin boards. So this is just my door decoration side and my bulletin board side. And then this month I have a spot for extra information because it's training week, so we have themed days for training. The last section in my school section is actually my fraternities section. So I am in Alpha Phi Omega, which is a co-educational fraternity for service, and my chapter at my school is the sci-fi chapter. So I have a section that I'm going to put some information about, a section for my dates and any other events that are happening, and then a section to keep track of anything else that I need to keep track of. I also decided this year that I wanted to try and keep track of astrology and delve a little more into the world of astrology. So I have a section of astrology, and this is my natal chart, the information from my natal chart, and then this is just a general explanation of each horoscope, and then I have all of the explanations of the planets that I recorded in my astrological chart. And right here I have information about the houses, and then for the rest of these I'm going to be putting information about me and how I see my horoscope correlates to myself. The next section that I have is a moon chart section. So I have each moon's design and the days that the full moon, new moon, first quarter, and last quarter will happen in the year. And I also have some meanings. So new moons mean new beginnings and possibility and planting seeds of intention. So that's my moon section, and that's it for these sections. I have a self-care section in here, which the first page is about the interview of myself. So I'm going to write questions about myself, and in each journal that I do in the future, I hope hope to just ask similar questions to keep track of how I feel and how I know myself. I also have a section for what I love about myself and what I love about living, so just things that make me happy, because after last year, I think we all need to have time to remember what we want and what we love about ourselves and the world. The next page is a routines page, and right now it's all in sticky notes because I'm still working on figuring out what I like to do for routines. So my routines currently are mornings, nights, and weekly. So weekly things like taking out the trash, cleaning, relaxing, 1 day a week, and stuff like that. I also have a page for grounding techniques that I like to use in case, you need that. My 2 favorites are 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, so the 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch or feel, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. And my second favorite is box breathing, which you hold in for a certain amount of time. You breathe in with your nose, you hold again, and then you breathe out for the same amount of counts with your mouth. The last major section I have is my music section, which is right here. And then I also have a section or page for any YouTubers or Instagrammers who inspire me, who also do bullet journaling, so that if I'm in a little bit of a funk, I know that I can go and I can watch them and get some inspiration. So I drew my headphones, my phone, my Google Home, YouTube, and Spotify, because those are the things I use most to listen to music. And each month I have 9 boxes that I'm going to try to list 9 of the most songs that I listened to. I have a page for any quotes that I like that don't make it into my monthly or weekly sections. And then I wanted, because of everything that happened last year, keep track of major events and gratitude in one space. So next is just my tracking of anything that happened in the month that was major and gratitude that I have that month. The last section that I have in my bullet journal is the keeping section, my changing section, my discard, and my add page. Anything that I like or I don't like, I have already said that I want to use a tracker Dutch door instead, and I want to practice Dutch dooring more because I've seen a lot of videos and I really enjoy that. So anything that I want to discard that I don't really like in this journal, or that I want to put in a different journal to keep itself, anything I want to add because I've seen it or I want to try something new, anything that I really like and I want to keep, so usually my 6 month at a glance I put on here because I really enjoy that, and then anything that I want to change like I mentioned before. So that's it. At the end of these 6 months, I'll probably take another recording so that we can flip through and see what I have done in these sections and what I actually used, what I didn't. But that's all I have for now. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you would like to see more, give me a like, give me a follow, and I hope to see you real soon.